Hey guys, how are we all doing? I'm Loomis, and we're back to our Pokémon Blue Monolocke challenge. Sorry for the late start, today got a little bit hectic. Hi Mangle, you doing good? Glad to hear it. Let's see. Checking in our squad. Okay, we got them all up to level 12. I thought most of the levels were lower than that. So last time we caught our first 4 Pokemon and bested Brock. Now we need to press on towards Mount Moon where we can get 2 more of our normal types. Ourselves a Jigglypuff and a Clefairy, we'll have a full squad. Back on your randomness? Doing a random lock? What game? Hey Miki, how you doing? You know, I'm gonna stop by the shop before I go any further and just make sure I've got enough stuff. Let's see. 6 potions. Okay, we've got plenty of antidotes. And an escape rope. Oh, we don't have any money. Never mind. Not buying anything. Oh, we had some money from beating Brock. Did we spend it already? Just being random and jumping games? Ah, fair enough. I'm okay. This evening got a little bit messy. A bunch of things came up at once, and also I don't know what I've done, but I have hacked my shoulder. It is quite painful. Hopefully it'll have cleared up in the morning. I've done some stretches and stuff to try and sort it out. Yeah, mostly just had to deal with a lot of nonsense, which was made worse, as all things are, by my inability to do anything right. You know, business as usual. Oh, all the sand attacks. Pidgey, you gotta do a thing. Also, I should be using Quick Attack, not Gust. Gust isn't Flying type yet, it doesn't do anything useful. Let's use Pokemon with a set moveset. Okay. Let's bring out Ari. Again with the sand attacks. I'm pretty sure Spearow is meant to have Keen Eye. Why isn't that kicking in? We can take the lead. Yeah. Nothing serious, really, Miki. Just me making just me doing my normal. No ability to keep track of time or get things done in a good order. Nothing to worry about. I think to an extent I'm still trying to get used to being back on a regular schedule. Doing a few more streams than I did last week. Excuse me? How is that Weedle faster than Ari? Ari's 2 level higher and also is a bird racing the hacking caterpillar thing. Spiky bug. A bee larva. A hacking bird racing a bee larva, and the bee larva wins? So they want... What? I want to speak to the ref about that one. Yeah, I can't believe how much that illness messed me up. I mean, it was bad. It was real bad. Sick as I've been in a long time, if ever, but I don't know. You just kind of you start to feel better and you think, okay, I can get back to my life, and then you do stuff and your body just collapses, and you're like, nope. Psych. Caterpie would be Ari's breakfast in an alternate world? Yeah. I mean, it might be in this world. What do Pokemon eat? I suspect it's Pokemon. Oh, an Ekans. Fan game tournament? Yeah? You mean like with some friends, just battle it out? Or do you mean like an in-universe thing? There we go. Got ourselves a level 13 Squirtle. 3 more levels and it'll evolve into Wartortle. To be fair, I want to level up those 3, so I think I might go back and heal before we move on. An Elite Four with real people, that would be fun. Let's get Chica back up front. It's a real cluster of trainers here. And you get out of Fuda City and it's just this wall of trainers. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool, Mangle. I mean, I remember in the anime, Miki, like episode 3 or something. Ash sends out his Caterpie to fight a Pidgey. Or something like that. No, I think he sends out his Pidgeotto against Jesse's Ekans. And the Ekans is chasing it around, and Misty is like, "You idiot, snakes eat birds!" Wow, okay, I didn't realize that Snake type was super effective on Bird type. I didn't realize that was a Pokemon mechanic. But also, that implies in the anime at least, Pokemon eat other Pokemon. And let's face it, if it happens in the anime of all places, where nothing bad is ever allowed to happen, and everything is magic and wondrous, and all the bad guys turn out to be good guys in the end, then you gotta figure in the games universe, which are a lot darker. Probably some grim times out there. Trying to catch a Pidgeotto using a Caterpie? Maybe. I think it was the first time he fought Team Rocket though that that they had that dialogue. I can't actually remember. It's been a long time since I watched the original anime. Did he catch Pidgeotto before Caterpie? I think I have those on DVD somewhere. I should dig them up and give them another watch. Caught Caterpie first? Oh, okay. So yeah, he probably did try to catch a Pidgeotto using a Caterpie then. That sounds like Ash. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have full box problems today. Why did Chica jump up to level 14? Wasn't she like level 12 half a second ago? Hey, you're not wearing shorts. You're gonna get kicked out of the Youngster Club. Uh-oh. It's our greatest rival here. It's Youngstar versus Youngster. Spearow versus Spearow. This is the higher level, so it's probably gonna take this one. But I'm gonna get in a few growls. Maybe a Leer? And then I think we'll swap out. Squirtle can take it from here. Yeah, Ash wasn't always the brightest crayon in the box. That kid's about as sharp as a bowling ball. Lost! Can't have Youngstar not wearing shorts. Hashtag fake Youngstar. Oh, we've been ambushed. That look you just gave me, it's so intriguing. I actually couldn't see over there, miss. I'm not wearing my glasses. Yeah, if there's one thing that goes against... It's like Youngster Club rule number 1. Shorts. Just the one word. Oh, that was a crit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Alright, that was Horn attack, not like Fury attack. I thought that was going to be multiple hits, and I was like, if the first one hurt that much. Walled in. Squirtle up front next then. You can fight my new Pokemon. What happened to your old Pokemon? What's the Pokemon trainer's favorite food? A Caterpie. I never met a pod I didn't like. Yeah, you're saying these youngsters are all the same? Done like dinner. The bug catchers wear shorts, too. You think that maybe the bug catchers would wear long trousers if they're shuffling through tall grass, right? Is making puns against stream rules now, Miki? Because, if so, I'm gonna be in trouble. It's pretty much my whole thing. Wow, that was painless. That Jigglypuff's normally quite difficult. Well, not difficult. It's quite annoying. It's got a lot of health. It's at a relatively high level, and it puts you to sleep. Here, well, we're setting the new fashions for youngsters, okay? Pretty soon, all the youngsters will be talking about how they like hats. They're comfy and easy to wear. People in the Pokemon games are clones. Who probably does the least damage? Wait, what's your attack? 22. Chica? 19. And you've got Gus, which isn't very strong. Put Chica up front then. Let's go catch ourselves a Jigglypuff. Yeah, it makes sense, Miki. We know that cloning exists in the Pokemon universe because Mewtwo is a clone, and also they clone like the fossil Pokemon. There's that cloning lab on Cinnabar Island. The Nurse Joy's and Officer Jenny's, yeah. They're all clones. In the Pokemon universe, people are just born from clone vats. Maybe Pokemon are failed experiments at cloning. You could have been a youngster, Pidgey, but the experiment went wrong and you turned into this instead. Now you have a human mind trapped in a bird body. We will catch you and make you fight your kin. Alright, we should be able to get a Jigglypuff in this bit of grass. But I think they're relatively rare. I mean, are they brainwashed? Like, a clone is all clones are basically like twin sisters, right? They're genetically identical. It's the same as being twins. Maybe they just say they're sisters, and as far as they're concerned, that's true, because that's what clones of each other are.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
You can catch me in the oir master ballan time.
That's all. Hey, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the 5-month sub. 5 months. Getting big numbers. Thanks so much, dude. Tell you what, Pretzel, I will save my Master Ball for you. Sure, I might have thrown a few Pokeballs and Great Balls around in a few different places on my journey, but I'm saving that Master Ball for a Pokemon I plan to keep. How's Pokemon's going? Going good so far. We beat Brock last time, so I'm just gearing up to go into the Mount Moon tunnels. First though, I've got to catch a Jigglypuff here, and I'm starting to doubt that they exist. Like, I clearly remember there were Jigglypuffs here. This is like the only place you can catch them, but I'm walking back and forth and there's no Jigglypuff. Was there ever a Jigglypuff? Is Jigglypuff even a Pokemon? Mount Moon? What, for catching Jigglypuff? No, you get Clefairy in Mount Moon. That'll be our next Pokemon. Then we'll have 6. Yeah, a lot of Smash characters are in the Pokemon games. I think Pokemon was originally conceived of as like a Smash Royale. Where you get like build squads of your favourite Smash characters and see them battle against each other. An experience you couldn't have in the original heavily story-driven Smash games. Yeah, exactly, Frets. Really rounded out the Smash universe. Chica's up front because Chica's the weakest and has the best chance of hitting a Jigglypuff without it dying. But at this point, Chica's gonna be like level 20 by the time we encounter one. Jigglypuff is so cute, but would not want to encounter one. I mean, well... any Pokemon would mess you up if you made it angry, right? I think even like a level 3 Rattata could probably take on a human. I don't know, I guess it depends how tame it is. A tame Jigglypuff would be alright. I think they played a dangerous game in Smash by having Jigglypuff and Kirby in the same universe. Like, a Jigglypuff is basically a miniature Kirby. What if Kirby absorbs a Jigglypuff and gains Kirby powers? The last thing anybody wants to see is a Kirby. Jigglypuff as if Kirby became a lounge singer. Yeah, that's about on track. I mean, Kirby does a lot of singing and dancing, right? There's a microphone item in most Kirby games. And like level transitions and the endgame credits normally have Kirby doing some dancing. Not permanent marker. Level 3, okay, we're not... Even if Chica was still like level 12 when we got here, I don't think we're hitting this thing with a quick attack. I am just gonna throw a Pokeball. Are we naming this Jigglypuff Kirby? That makes sense. Oh, really? We're doing this now? Alright, I don't know. I just wanted to look at my moves. I don't think I've got anything that knows a status effect. And there's no way we can hit this thing without killing it. Just get in the Pokeball, Kirby. Get in the Pokeball, Kirby. There we go. When its huge eyes light up, it sings a mysteriously soothing melody that lulls its enemies to sleep. Yeah, are we calling this one Kirby then? Are we settled on that? Works for me. Curb! The catch rate of Pokemon didn't increase with leveling. Yeah, no, I think it's better spelt this way. Curb! The latest addition to our team. I bet you only know Sing, don't you? Yep, nope. No pound or anything. That's gonna take some grinding. Not that I'd let you do the fighting here anyway, you would die, but, you know, the principle of the thing. But yeah, switch training time. Okay, so I have this theory about Mount Moon Pokemon, right? Yeah, we got a Kirby. Can absorb everything in our path. So, Moonstones are only found at Mount Moon, right? They appeared there after a meteor strike, and that's why it's called Mount Moon. And if you look at the Pokemon that evolved with Moonstone, you've got Clefairy, the ones with the weird magical effects that are found in Mount Moon and evolve with Moonstones, and you've got Jigglypuff, which looks very similar to Clefairy and only evolves with Moonstone and lives near Mount Moon. Like, we know there are Pokemon in space, right? Because Solrock and Lunatone, they live in Earth's orbit, and the ones that you catch on the ground are ones that have fallen from space. So my theory is that in Sun and Moon we meet alien Pokemon. I've not played that one yet, but that doesn't surprise me. And heck, even in this gen, I think it mentions that Staryu and Starmie, at night they gather on the surface of the water and broadcast messages into space, and we don't know who they're talking to. So we know that there's space Pokemon. So my theory is that Jigglypuff and Clefairy came to Earth on the meteor, because they were never found before Moonstones appeared in Mount Moon, you see. They're relatively recent Pokemon, so my theory is they came to Earth on the meteor that carried the Moonstones, and that's why they evolved with the Moonstone. And if you look at the other than those two Pokemon, which Pokemon evolved with Moonstones? Nidoran male and Nidoran female, or more accurately Nidorino and Nidorina. And what are the Nidoran family? They kind of look like alien rabbits. In Japanese mythology, what animal is found on the moon? Rabbits. Alien moon rabbits that evolved with the Moonstone and came to Earth on a meteor. Aliens. All these Pokemon are aliens. They came from the moon. It proves it, I tell you. The government's trying to cover it up, but I know the truth about the alien Pokemon. Did Skitty evolve with Moonstone? I didn't remember that. So now we have to figure out how Skitty is connected to the alien Pokemon. Yeah, what is space but a different dimension? Okay, I completely forgot that needed a moonstone mangle. But yeah, space is a different dimension. It's up. Here on Earth, we have 2 dimensions. We've got the up-down, and we've got the left to right. But you add the 3rd dimension of, space and ground. Well, I suppose I should say we've got north, south, west, and east on here on Earth. Then you add up, down, and suddenly you've got space. Extra-dimensional Pokemon entering this 2D world. But okay, so Kirby is clearly an Elder God. It's baby Cthulhu, right? That's so obvious that I barely feel any need to elaborate on that theory. This is what I'm adding to my theory now. Is it possible that, like, Jigglypuff are the spawn of Kirby from space that have fallen to Earth? As Kirby stalks the stars, eating all in its path, it leaves behind Jigglypuff. I think we might be starting to scratch the insane truth behind the Pokemon universe. Oh, I've not done the thing. Hold on. I added the new thing. I need to do the thing. Stop distracting me while I'm doing the thing, guys. I need to focus here. Like that. Yeah, Jigglypuff is a mortal manifestation of Kirby. It's all coming together. Level 9 Jigglypuff gets an attack. At least we have sleep now. When we get to Clefairy. When we get Clefairy, we can put it to sleep so we can catch it easier. Mickey, no! I've done it now! Jigglypuff, 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 Jiggly. I used to be able to play that on my ocarina. I went out of my way to specifically memorize that tune. Jigglypuff can't inhale stuff? Are we sure that Jigglypuff can't inhale stuff? Jigglypuff is made out of rubber. We know it can, like, blow itself up like a balloon. Like Kirby does. Kirby gulps in air to go huge. Jigglypuff can do the same thing. Here I go again, putting chat to sleep. I don't know if it's the late start that's doing this to me. I should start. This is how I should start doing all my streams. You know, forget the afternoon and early evening stuff. From now on, I stream like 10 p.m. till 4 a.m. and I just talk non-stop about conspiracy theories that the government doesn't want you to know. Late night TV and radio. It's wall-to-wall aliens. I don't know if any of you guys have played 2 Point Hospital. was really popular a while back. I've finally managed to get myself a copy and had some time to play it. It's basically the unofficial sequel to the old Theme Hospital game, which was a great but incredibly clunky game that desperately needed a sequel. How does it compare to Theme Hospital? It is a worthy successor. It is basically Theme Hospital if Theme Hospital was made today. It's Theme Hospital with a usable UI. I definitely recommend it. I was gonna say I think we can take this one. It's us but weaker, but then I remembered we don't have an attack. But yeah, one of the things about it is that there's always a radio playing. That's your background music. And the guy comes on the radio and he talks about stuff, and there's little bits about his day, about local events, and then some of the stuff ties into your hospital. Like he'll talk about epidemics or earthquakes or that sort of thing. Celebrities visiting the area. And like the background music to the game is that they'll do a little bit and then they'll say, and here's some music, and they'll put on a song. Jigglypuff never pauses to breathe. Jigglypuff will never stop singing, even at the cost of its own life. Wow. That is metal. But yeah, so there's 3 different radio guys that cover like your 3 kinds of radio guy. Well, they're all parodies of your radio DJs. And they like tie into different kinds of day in universe. So like in the morning you've got this guy who's ridiculously cheerful all the time. None of the horrific events he describes in the news seem to faze him. He's always excited and wants people to call in and has events going on. And then in the evening you've got a very snooty guy who does reviews of things and lectures people about grammar and that kind of stuff. Talks about the arts. And then for the evening shift, you've just got this guy who's constantly going on about... Usually he's either going on about conspiracy theories or about his depression. And he talks about the fact that he's usually the only person in the radio station for his entire performance, and apparently it gets really spooky in there. So Nigel Bicklesworth. But yes, basically Reddit. I don't actually know. I've never been to Reddit. I don't know how a person lives on the internet and doesn't go to Reddit, but that's me. I don't really understand Reddit. Hails before it sings to increase the amount of time it can sing for. I think Wigglypuff, it says that in battle it gulps down huge amounts of air to make itself look bigger. But yeah, the nighttime DJ is my favorite. I want to run a stream that's just like him. Just playing music and quietly whispering to himself on this show that maybe nobody's watching because it's the middle of the night, about all kinds of crazy things. Also, he had my favorite bit in all of the radio stuff that I've heard so far, in which the door handle fell off of his sound studio. He starts doing his intro, and then he's like, that was a weird noise. I'm gonna put some music on and check this out. When he comes back, he's like, yeah, the handle's fallen off my door. I can't I can't get out of here anymore. Nobody can get in either. I managed to wave to the reception lady out of the window, and she said something, but I think she forgot that my sound studio is soundproof, so I have no idea what's going on. And he keeps coming back to report that, like, the engineering guys have been by and are looking at the door. And someone's been sliding him slices of cheese under the door. Because it's the only food that'll fit. It's like, I guess I better get used to a mostly flat diet from now on. So yeah, he just has to resign himself to living in the sound studio. I don't know, I just completely cracked up at the, I guess I better get used to living on a mostly flat diet. Surviving entirely on sliced cheese. Yeah, it helps to look bigger when angry. Sound very British, you think so? I mean, I think 2 Point Hospital is set in the UK. There's quite a bit of very British stuff about it, but I think of sliced. Okay, maybe my delivery. Yeah, the guy comes across as very British. They all do. But I thought you meant the sliced cheese. Like, I think of sliced cheese and I think of American cheese. You know, fake cheese. Plastic in cheese form. Real cheese is not purchased sliced. Then again, you know, I don't eat real cheese. I'm vegan, you see. So I guess my stance on the whole issue is quite complex. Those delicious cheese curves. Yeah, maybe the 3 radio presenters are a very specifically British thing, but I'm listening to it and I'm like, I know this is a parody, but I've been listening to these 3 radio presenters my entire life. Especially the cheerful one in the morning. That's the one that my parents used to listen to in the car every time they took me anywhere. Even his voice sounds exactly like the local radio presenter in the mornings. He was really excited to be here and to play some music and to talk to everybody and get some callers in to talk about the latest politics. Do some quiz shows. I don't know how universal that experience is, but it is hecking spot on for the radio around here. Not American radio? Fair enough. I have no idea what American radio is like. Like, you're telling me that in America you have more than 3 kinds of radio presenter? Next you'll be telling me that you've got more than 3 kinds of ice cream. You live in some strange universe where there's not just strawberry, banana, and chocolate. Not all just sequential enumerations of the previous radio station. Yeah, all of our radio stations have numbers. USA Radio 1, USA Radio 2. I don't really listen to the radio myself because I was born after 1950. And therefore I'm aware of the existence of MP3 players. Heck. Although heck, the fact that I said MP3 player, not the existence of MP3s and phones or what have you, is a sign of my own age. I do play my music on my phone these days. But yeah, I think in the yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think in the UK, like the national radios are just numbers. There's Radio 1, Radio 2, etc., etc. The local ones tend to have actual names. The big one around here is the Peak District one. From the mountain region, not super far away from me. That's Peak 107, which I think is their frequency. Peak 107 FM. So it's got a number in the title. But as far as I know, there aren't 106 other Peak radio stations. Oh, water gun. Can anything learn water gun? Guys, do we want to teach water gun to Squirtle? I feel like we have to, right? Although that said, I should probably be careful with my elemental, I was gonna say my elemental materia. My elemental TMs. Since... like, none of my Pokemon are gonna learn elemental moves naturally. Of course, Squirtle needs to learn Water Gun. See, I was gonna be like, I'm probably gonna teach Squirtle Surf, so I should give Water Gun to something else, but you know what, you're right, Fetzel. For the memes, Squirtle needs to learn Water Gun. So Flashy Bottom's Audio Circus. Exactly, so... you've, I didn't know you'd been to the Peak District, Pretzel. Welcome to Sir Flashy Bottom's Audio Circus on Peak 107 FM. Exactly. The memes, Jack. Also, I completely misread that on first glance. I misread that as memes are more important than prostrates. I was like, are they mutually exclusive? I mean, I'm all about the memes, but check in with your doctor regularly, folks. Didn't we just fight this guy? Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? Yes, I am also in the cave. Yeah, see your GP to get your memes checked. You need to make sure you've got good, healthy memes. Curb! I'm glad we decided on that name. Okay, so I think the odds of encountering... I'm not sure if we can encounter Clefairy in this area. There's more than one area you can encounter Clefairy in, but they're like this... They're definitely more common in certain areas. Could be... Could beat a Zubat, do you think? Curb's a good British Pokemon. In the US version, does Jigglypuff learn Dollar at level 9? Instead of the Great British Pound? Curve learns patriotism. Ah, patriotism, the true currency of America. Yeah. See you in a minute, Mangle. People are getting more patriotic in Britain these days, and I don't like it. I'm strongly of the stance that no true British man would ever openly show pride in their country. It's just not done. You can be proud of your country. You can't like say it. Somebody compliments Britain to your face, and you've got to be like, oh well, you know, it's just this little thing we threw together. It has its flaws, but it's ours, I suppose. One must make do. Exactly, one should be humble about one's pride. These days people are doing stuff like saying, you know, Britain's a nice place to live, and it's deeply upsetting. We've forgotten our roots. We should be talking about how our country is kind of rubbish. Quite rubbish, but one must make do. The weather's about as bright as the government, eh? What ho, chaps? There we go. Squirtle used water gun, all's right with the world. Okay, for real, I saw Squirtle going up to level 15, and for a brief moment I was like, sweet, one more level and we evolve into Wartortle. Darn it all! My associates won't stand for this. Yeah, why do people gotta mess with my head like this? Ooh, that's a high level Zubat. Let's get Curb out of there. You know, I'd love to let him stay and fight, but I think we need to curb that bloodlust. I think we might be able to get Clefairy in that cave, but we'll just catch Clefairy later. I know one of the places that's got a good encounter rate. Well, I might go back and buy more Pokeballs. Curb refusing to be caught spooked me a little. I think we're better off just pounding this thing than we are trying to put it to sleep. I don't think it's saving as much damage. Is Clefairy 1%? Actually 1%? Like, is that just in this room, or...? I think the highest encounter rate is in, like, the final room of Mount Moon. Is it not, like, 5% there? If it's 1%, we're gonna be looking for a while, but hey.
It is payday.
My internet is back.
Nando's, hey, how are you doing? Thanks so much for the 200 bits. Really appreciate that. 200 doggo bits. Thanks so much for your support. How are you doing? You having a good day? I need to stop bouncing between Pokemon generations. I'm like freezing up looking at my list, so I don't want to send out Ari or Chica because they're flying types and are weak to electric. And Squirtle's obviously a water type and therefore weak to electric. But Joey's only got normal type attacks which are going to do nothing to the steel type, except wait, steel hasn't been discovered yet. Back in this generation, Pokemon trainers were still using the iron type. Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks, Nando's. Made a complicated mess of my evening, but nothing unusual there. That's why I had to start a little late. But otherwise, doing good. At least managed to get some stuff done. This is a bronze type. Going back to the ancient days. Hang on. Bronze isn't magnetic. So if early Magnemites were a bronze type, then they weren't magnetic back in those days? Think of the consequences. How would they move, for one thing? Oh, that reminds me, I didn't use my HP up. I think I'm gonna pop that on Jigglypuff. There is a bronze Pokemon in Gen 4? There's Bronzong? And it's a steel type, which is interesting because bronze is not steel. Why not the metal type? Probably because half the... heck, not even... Ooh. Probably because half of the, 3/4 of the periodic table are metals. You don't want a Pokemon made out of lithium. It doesn't last long. The Magnesium Pokemon. Steel type, only move Explosion. Isn't bronze, it's blue. Yeah. Yeah, maybe the name is just not intuitive. Oh, rare candy. Yeah, that sounds about right, Mangle. I remember they're a lot more common the deeper you get in here. You don't really find them in this first cave, but they do show up later. Okay, so we've got a 1% chance of getting one here. Yeah, 6 to 10% in Basement 2. That's where we'll aim for then. An emergency with no revives at least is a rare candy. Yeah. Yeah, if all of our Pokemon die, at least I can cheer myself up by eating some candy. Gosh. Chica, when do you learn a flying type move? Also, why isn't Gust flying? I mean, I know exactly why Gust isn't flying, but still. Why isn't Gust flying? Some nerd over at Game Freak was like, "Oh, but if we give Pidgey a flying type attack, then some level 4 Pidgey is gonna kill some kid's level 5 Bulbasaur right at the start of the game, and he'll never play again. We gotta change Gust into a normal type attack, guys." Like, no, give Pidgey Tackle and let it learn Gust at like level 7 or something. Birds can tackle. You ever been tackled by a bird? Oh. Is it not level 16? Is it level 18 that Pidgey evolves? You're kidding me, Mangle. Is that our first flying type move? Wing attack at level 20? Oh my gosh. Level 28? The learn sets in Gen 1 are a joke. Like, what were they thinking? Most Pokemon learn like 4 moves, and half of them are at like level 90 or something. Whirlwind... yeah, Whirlwind does not count. Man, I don't want to agree with you, Pratt. I don't want to agree with you. Because I like Pidgeys. They're cool and they're adorable, and they got decent stats. They do what they need to do, except their moveset is... Look, Spearow starts with Peck. It's got a flying type move from the start of the game. That's it's a bit of an advantage. like, I don't want to pitch for Spearow over Pidgey, because it's like... Spearow is the, Spearow's like the edgy version of Pidgey, you know? And you're like, oh, Pidgey wasn't spiky enough for me, so I got a Spearow. They have Peck. But... maybe the edgelords have got a point. Spearow is Sonic to Pidgey's Mario? Nah. No. Well, what it is, Sonic is Pidgey. Just going about with his harmless tackles and non-lethal force. And then Spearow is Shadow. Dropping in there with a pet gun to the face. Pidgey evolves at 18. I knew it was either 16 or 18, but I thought it was 16. When it becomes Pidgeotto, it takes its level 31 to get Wing Attack. Why you do this to me, Game Freak? Got hit in the face by a pigeon once. I think I've heard this story before, but I don't really remember it. Feel free to share again. I've never actually been hit by a pigeon, but I'm... amongst the reasons that I keep thinking I shouldn't have my Squirtle out against these grass types, and it's not a grass type. It's not a Squirtle. Amongst the reasons that I hate cities is that when you're walking down the street and there's pigeons in amongst the crowd, and then the people get too close and they take off suddenly in the middle of a bunch of people. I'm the guy who goes every single time as the pigeon flies past me. I've never been hit by one, but they make me look like a fool nonetheless. Flew under the brim and hit you in the face. Oof. Did the hat confuse it somehow? Get wing attacked on the daily. Yeah, Doggo Bird sounds like a tackler. Ready to leap in. Yeah, I hope you and the pigeon were alright, Nandos. Hit in the head by an owl's wing at an owl sanctuary performance. Actual wing attack. Does Knocked Owl learn wing attack? It probably does. Can we bird food and he will? Yeah. I'm gonna go back and buy some items and then we'll see if we can cross the cave. It'll be a bit of a trek. Hope you're alright, Mangle. Were you getting to, like, help out with the performance or something? Or did it just fly at you? Oh yeah, no, I meant like, was it like an audience participation thing rather than... Why did I heal here? I'm losing my marbles. Rather than, you actually being on the stage, but yeah. Gotta go tutor? Isn't it? Well, no, I guess it's evening there. Not one of your late night tutorings for a exam the next day, is it? Alright, thanks for being here, Frets. Have a good evening. Teach many lessons. Oh. I wanted that to just go to the maximum amount I could buy. Good luck with Pidgey. Pidgey is functionally a normal type at this point, then. It's a normal type that's weak to electric. Oh well, I mean, I guess it still resists, like, grass moves and stuff. Yeah, it's, everybody forgets about Lickitung. Or at least everybody tries to forget about Lickitung. But yeah, I guess I'll get a Lickitung at some point, and a Farfetch'd. I'll have to trade for them, but I'm gonna allow myself to catch the trade Pokemon. I think that's within the spirit of the Nuzlocke. Yeah, it got late fast. I mean, I started very late. But I think I'm gonna at least try and get to Cerulean before I end for the night. It shouldn't take that long. Like, Mount Moon is not huge. Yeah, we'll get ourselves an Eevee. Got a chance at... We've got a chance at a Chansey. And maybe a Tauros. If we're really, really lucky in the Safari Zone. I don't think we'll probably get either of them. Yeah. Mangle the Eevee. Forever an Eevee. Oh. I think this is the first Geodude I've seen in here. Been unusually shy. Yeah, and we'll also get a Snorlax. Snorlax and Porygon. I think that's about everything. Oh, and Doduo. We do get a good assortment of Pokemon for normal types. I mean, not a lot of different types or anything, but at least there's plenty of them. Oh yeah, Meowth too. Can't forget about Meowth. I'm gonna need Meowth's payday to get a to get that Porygon. TMO1, I think that's Mega Punch. Payday at 17. Yeah, so that's not too far in. And hopefully we can use that to get some TMs. So we can teach elemental attacks to our Pokemon, because obviously we've not got any elements on their own. Like, only one Pokemon that we can get learns an attack that isn't normal or flying. And that's Porygon, which learns Psybeam. Curb or Squirtle can learn Mega Punch. I think Comet Punch might be better than Mega Punch. Mega Punch is alright for this point in the game, but Mega Punch low-key sucks. It's got decent damage, but its accuracy does not make up for the damage that it has. Except maybe early game when you don't have better moves. I guess if we're gonna use it, we should use it now. Do you think we teach Curb to use Mega Punch? Give them something more powerful than Pound? Or, actually, maybe we teach it to Squirtle, because... Comet Punch only has 15 PP, Rage sucks. So if we want a normal type attack, maybe it's better to add an extra one in. I also keep forgetting that Squirtle isn't a Squirtle, Miki. Like, Squirtle is not going to learn any attacks until, like, level 40. Because there's no baby Pokemon in Gen 1, and you can't catch them until they're like level 30 or something. 26 is when it gets its first attack? That's 26. That's earlier than Pidgey gets Wing Attack. Learns Bite. 26 is actually a lot earlier than I was expecting, and Bite's not bad. I don't know if Kirby... I have no idea what Kirby's move list is. Learns Mega Punch at 36. Oof. That's a long way off. Oh wait, is that Kangaskhan? Learns Mega Punch at 36? Who am I fighting? Zubat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Miki, I keep on, every time I go into the Pokemon menu, I see that Squirtle is at level 15, and I get excited for when it evolves at level 16. And then I'm like, no wait, Squirtle is a Kangaskhan and will never evolve. This is gonna happen the whole game. I think this was your idea, Miki. You're the one messing with my head. You're giving me brain issues. Double Slap at 24. Mega Punch on Curb might not be bad. Because Squirtle's got Water Gun now, so he does have a different move. Bzzzt. This rock contained ether. I don't know why it would, but... Oh! Here's that Clefairy! I should be able to take a pound, right? Especially now that we've been growled. Yeah, that did very little. Pixie? Is that your name suggestion? That works, because it's a fairy. Yeah. Can't we name it after the aliens guy? That is also tempting. Considering I've been going on a huge aliens rant this entire time. What is the name of the aliens guy? What if we just name it Aliens? Giorgio. Double Slap and Metronome. I will not be using Metronome. My Clefairy explodes on me. I'll be upset. What are we thinking, guys? Pixie, Aliens, or Giorgio? Sukalas. Alien Pixie would fit. Space Pixie. What if we compromise? Space Pixie. Yeah, I like that. I'm not saying it was Space Pixies, but it was Space Pixies. Oh hey, it's a Paris. We'll always have Paris. Moonstones produce a strange radiation. Oh, come on. Yeah, moonstones produce a strange radiation. Could early humans have infused stones with strange radiation? No. Then how did the stones get radioactive? Space Pixies. I had a brief moment of panic there when I realized I'd sent out Squirtle against a grass type. And Squirtle is not a Squirtle. Right into making a Pokemon Reborn tournament? I mean, weren't you just saying that you wanted to do that? Hang in there, Curb. Curb's almost caught up with the rest of the squad, actually. Yeah. Are you not confident in setting it up, or not confident in winning it? Or just not confident at all? Because if you're just not confident at all in the sense of just not being confident at all, I can empathize with that. I am not confident at all. Working on the Pokemon Reborn server. Take this cup. Ooh, I don't like though. Like, is the tournament things that happen regularly on the Reborn server? Like, do other people do it? Okay, you've been tail whipped, so I'm gonna get you out of there. You think your Rattata's tough, but my Rattata is, like, in the top % of all Rattata. I did not enjoy that critical hit, mind. I mean, okay. I was wondering, is there a thing that, like, the system is set up for? Or does it have to be programmed in? Oh, a Moonstone. We can evolve something with that. Probably not yet, though. I don't think they learn moves after they evolve with Moonstone. Do the thing? The evolution thing? Are we evolving one? Do I don't think I have an awakening. I think we're just not going to use Space Pixie in here. If you use elemental stones, they don't learn moves after they evolve. I don't know if that applies for moonstones or not. I think it does. We need Curve and Space Pixie to get their moves before we can evolve them. Yeah. Whoa, you shocked me. Ah, you're just a kid. The other thing? Oh, the other thing! I didn't do the thing! The thing has not been done. Gotta fix this immediately. Where is... Hold on a second, why don't I have... wait there, everybody. There we go. I didn't have a Clefairy picture for some reason. Oh, we did the thing. Guys, we got a full squad. 6 Pokemon. We've got a team going. Squirtle grew to level 16. Squirtle is evolving. Team fight! Everybody TP in. I think our next Pokemon after this is Meow. Unstoppable, yeah. Nobody can stand up to 6 Pokemon. We've got them outnumbered. Alright, good night, Mangle. Thanks for hanging out. And for all your Pokemon advice. See ya later. I'm probably only going to be doing another 10 minutes or so, I think. We'll get out of this cave. And then we'll call it for the night. Don't want to leave too early and rob you guys of too much stream time when I started quite late. Nando's is up quite late as well. Is it, are you on a later shift now, Nando's? Everybody's abandoning me. Alright. Have a good night, Miki. Enjoy your food. Level 16 Raticate. Okay, I'm suddenly a little spooked. That thing knows Hyper Fang. Almost certainly. Okay, that was a crit. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, what was up with your internet? Has it just been out all day? This thing is getting so many crits. Nighty night, Nikki. Thank you. See you next time. Please no. This guy is really spooky. We are burning through some potions here. No! Don't miss. Squirtle, why? Why are you doing this to me, Squirtle? Okay, there we go. 2 times. Last potion. We can use water gun here, right? Won't do as much damage, but it should kill and it's more accurate. Curb learn disable. That's just swell, Curb. Well, you tried. Has anybody ever used disable seriously? I feel like the circumstances in which you'd use it are very specific. For 1/4 of your move slots on a Pokemon. Okay, we've got a rocket guy and we've got the super nerd, and then we're home free. Oh Kirby, why? No stream seems to be working for you? Wait, including this one? You got disconnected, Nando's? You know what, I battered enough. I'm just gonna put my good Pokemon up front. Okay, we've lost Nando's. Chat is just vanishing into the shadows. Hopefully Twitch as a whole hasn't gone down. How are you getting so many crits? Okay, somebody else needs to handle this. Ari, because I want Joy for the super nerd. Okay. Apparently we've lost all of Twitch. Streams are no longer streaming. Ah, dang it. Come on, Joey, finish the fight. Okay, well if Twitch is down, I guess there's no point pushing through. So I guess I'll wrap up here. Have a good night, YouTube. Oh boy. And we'll start next time by facing the Super Nerd. And getting ourselves the fossil that we can't use. Yeah, not sure what's going on with Twitch, but I guess we'll find out. In the meantime, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Had a good night, even if it was a short stream. And I'll be back in 14 hours with more Hollow Knight, which we've not done for a while. Looking forward to that. Yeah, have a good night, everyone. See you all next time.